Good afternoon from Busch Gardens, Tampa, Florida. We're here today because they invited us out to check out their beer fest, which is, yes, it is a beer festival where you can get all kinds of different beers, but they also have all kinds of different foods available as well. And they gave us a quick queue to go on some roller coasters, so we're gonna be eating some food and then going on roller coasters. I am so excited for this. So let's go inside and get started. Looks like they are starting to set up for Howl-O-Scream out here in front too. At least I think that's what all these lights are at the front. I can tell there are some like kind of viney looking power lines over there. Those are definitely for Howl-O-Scream. All right, here we are inside of Busch Gardens for Beer Fest every Friday through Sunday through October 31st. And it does start at noon, so we're here just a little bit after noon to get some food. A nice tip is when you first come into Busch Gardens, take a photo of the map on your phone so you have it with you at all times. And that way you know where all the stuff is. Just to keep you guys up to date on what the mask rules are here, says they are recommended, so not required, but recommended at all indoor areas. Walking up on Iron Gwazi, still waiting on a grand opening date of it. Hey guys, Future Tim here. Just wanted to pop in really quick because the day after I filmed this video, Busch Gardens announced that they are opening Iron Gwazi in March of 2022. Also, SeaWorld announced that they are opening Icebreaker in February of 2022. So now we know the opening date for Iron Gwazi at Busch Gardens Tampa and Icebreaker at SeaWorld Orlando. So back to you, Tim. It's gonna be such a fun ride when it finally does open. I am so interested in when Iron Gwazi is gonna open because it is 100% ready to go. Like the only thing they have to do is take down this wall. Like if we come over here and look, the lockers are back there. Everything. Like they got benches, they got trash cans ready back there. Like they even have the signs up. You know how in the queues of Busch Garden roller coasters, they like to put little fun facts about animals and things like that. And they've got some of those signs up in the queue for Iron Gwazi. So it's 100% ready to go. First thing that we see for Beer Fest is the Welcome Center. And this is where you could come to buy your sampler lanyards. So 8 samples is $50, 12 samples is $65, and then there's a 15 sampler pass holder exclusive for $65. Hello. I like it, you guys look fantastic.
I look fantastic. Always. I look always.
First stop is into Gwazi Park for some Beer Fest items. Also wanted to point out that through September 6th, they have summer nights going on. That's what they're making the announcement about right now. Select nights, there'll be fireworks at 9 p.m. So down here in this area, it's Gwazi Park, but for the most part, it's kind of closed off over there. There are 5 booths down here, 4 beer booths. So we got Florida Avenue Brewing, we got Cigar City, we've got Yuengling. Then the very last one down there is, oh no, the last 2 are food booths. So that's good for us. Let's see what we can find to eat. So over here at Brews and Chews, not only do we have Funky Buddha beer, we can get a hot chicken slider or an Impossible Burger slider. Ooh, I gotta go check and see what's at the other booth to see. Oh, this one's been reimagined from years past. It sounds really good. So I think we're probably gonna try both of these. Let's go check what's at the other booth first. And over here at Pub Grub, featuring Alcatraz Brewing, we got bison beef sliders, pepper smoked chopped brisket poutine, holy cow, and then Woodford Reserve pineapple skewer. I think I'm gonna skip the pineapple skewer and go for these other 2. Oh, it sounds so good. So this is the hot chicken slider, habanero, honey drizzle, coleslaw, and bread and butter pickles. Let's look inside of this. I mean, it looks pretty good. It's like just basically like a chicken finger on up a little tiny bun. And that was $8.99, but we just used our lanyard, so it was just 1 punch for us. So this is the Impossible Burger slider with lemon dill cucumber yogurt, pickled onions, and local greens for $7.99. Pretty good. I'm excited to try these. All right, I'm gonna try the chicken first. I don't see any like honey on the outside of it. So like, it looks good, but I don't, like I said, it doesn't look like it's dipped in any sort of honey. It's got this like sauce on it. So far I got 0 spice on that first bite. Let's see if I get any more spice as I keep going. It hits pretty hard. Like it's got a pretty good spice to it. Wow. I was like, kind of like, oh, there's no spice at all on it. And then I bit into where the sauce was. Pretty spicy. It's good. And it has that excuse me, spicy. It has that Nashville hot chicken spice flavor to it. You know how it's kind of like a dry spice, like it kind of dries out your mouth? That's what this has on it. It's good. I like it. I would have rather they like tossed it in the sauce rather than like dipping, like putting a whole bunch of sauce on the top. But it does have a really good flavor to it. So let's try this Impossible Burger. It looks good, but I'll be honest, it kind of looks like it's not gonna have a lot of flavor other than the sauce. Take that back, that's pretty good. I'll be honest though, that darn chicken was so spicy that I can't really taste very much right now. So I don't know what the yogurt actually tastes like. And there's not a lot of the yogurt either. It's like a dill yogurt. Ooh, I like that a lot. That's really good. The yogurt is helping to coat my tongue to kind of get rid of a little bit of the spiciness from that chicken sandwich. I feel like in the past I've said that was the spiciest thing I've ever had at a theme park. And I feel like that chicken was the spiciest thing I've ever had at a theme park. It was pretty spicy. All right, let's get our pub grub. We'll get these sliders and this brisket poutine. Like I said, we're gonna skip the pineapple for right now. Also, in order to make our lanyard worth it, the items that we get have to be over $6.25. So 8 items for $50. So the pineapple skewer is not a good deal to get with this particular lanyard. So some of the higher lanyards, like especially the pass holder lanyard, is probably okay. Our lanyard is 8 items for $50, which is about $6.25 an item. So anything under $6.25, not a good deal for this lanyard. So this is the bison beef slider, smoked bacon onion jam, vintage cheddar, and roasted garlic herb aioli, and it was $9.99. Like I said, we got it with our lanyard. Oh, the cheese is stuck to the aioli. It's pretty good. Where's the jam? Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that looks real nice. And then next to it we have the pepper smoked chopped brisket poutine, beer battered fries, blue cheese, chipotle barbecue, and crispy jalapeno. Ooh, they're trying to get me with all the spices today, aren't they? This looks really good. This was $8.99, and it's bigger than the slider. Like, you get a pretty good deal for the amount of food that you get here. Let's try the bison slider. So the Impossible Burger was good, but this is better. Like, it just is. Has a lot of flavor to it too. Bison is a little bit of a different flavor than beef, so just be prepared for that when you're biting into it. I like these buns. Whatever kind of buns these are, they are delicious. Everything about this burger is so good. It's very like cheesy too. Not like, so like a you know how blue cheese isn't like a cheesy flavor, but you know that it's cheese? Same thing here with, what was the sauce again? Roasted garlic herb aioli. See, that's so interesting because I'm tasting more of like a creaminess than a mayonnaise flavor, which is what you would get out of an aioli. It's good. That darn onion, that bacon onion jam, so delicious. This is a really, really good little slider. They're kind of large too. Like, they're bigger than a normal slider. I would call them like half burgers. They're like almost the size of like a McDonald's hamburger, like the dollar menu hamburger. And you can tell like already that any lanyard that you get is gonna be a good deal, especially if you're getting food. And if you're getting beers. The beer at the Brew Grub place that we just ate at was $10.99. So like, you could use your lanyard to get that. And if each item on the lanyard breaks down to $6.25, you're getting a great deal on that beer. Let's try this poutine. Oh, it looks like I just got some meat from the brisket. It was kind of fatty, like a fatty piece. Ooh, it's got crispy fried jalapenos in there, and they're spicy. They're hitting me today, trying to get me into the spice. This is pretty good, but I think I liked the bison burger better. But you do definitely get a lot of poutine for the price. Fries are a pretty good size too. Pretty delicious still. Like, the burger was better, but this is still good. All right, for the sake of wayfinding, I came back out to the front. This is where we went into Gwazi Park to try some of the food back there. And now we're back out here, and we're gonna go check out some of the other booths down here. So you see straight ahead of us, there's a bourbon tasting booth where you can do like a flight of 4 bourbon tastings. And then there's some more food and drink booths back here. There's also a place back here called Cupcake Corner, And they have all of these different styles of cupcakes. So we've got Nana's Spiked Cobbler, Kentucky Derby Espresso, Bougie Bacon Campfire S'more, and Bless Your Heart PB and Nutella. This darn, like, Bougie Bacon and this Campfire Nutella sounds so good. The bacon one's got candied pork bacon, Woodford Reserve wheat whiskey syrup, toasted marshmallow frosting, chocolate ganache and graham cake. And then the Bless Your Heart PB and Nutella has peanut brittle, cocoa dust, Woodford Reserve straight bourbon buttercream, Nutella filling, and peanut butter cake. Wow, that sounds so delicious. So the name of the store that was selling those cupcakes is Excursions, and right outside there's a booth called Excursions on the Vine, where you can get sangria. Oh no, this is inside of here where the cupcakes are. You can get sangria or tropical mimosa, but over here you can try some of these wines. These are the 4 wines that they have available today. Do you guys like any of these in particular? Got the Jack Daniel's Fire Whiskey Hut. I'm gonna find out if I can get these without the whiskey pipette. Like, just don't put the whiskey in it. I just want them by themselves. So I asked if we could get the beignets and the donut holes without the whiskey. He said, yeah, just grab one of the ones without the pipette in it. And those don't have any whiskey. So I got 2 of these. So I broke my own rule and I got something that wasn't worth it on the lanyard. And that was these donut holes. These donut holes are only $5.99. And I used my lanyard, which the punches are worth about $6.25. I shouldn't have done that. But this is basically the only way that they describe it is this is Nicola's Donuts. I don't know who Nicola is. Maybe he's a popular guy here in Tampa. But they're dusted with cocoa powder. And then these are just beignets dusted with powdered sugar. These are called Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire Whiskey beignets. And I think the only reason they're called that is because they come with a little pipette of fire whiskey. But I got them without the pipette. We'll see if they taste anything like whiskey or anything like that, or if they're just regular beignets. Same thing with these donut holes. They did offer them with a pipette of whiskey, so it's kind of a good deal for the $5.99 and $7.99. Like the beignets were $7.99 to get the whiskey as well. All right, we're gonna try the beignets first. Let's see. That's a really good beignet. Super, super flaky. You can see the inside kind of blew apart on it. Wow, that's such a good flavor too. It's very, very flaky. It is a little bit chewy, like it was hard for me to get through, but like the inside is super flaky. Like the crispy shell, a little bit chewy. It's really good. No like whiskey flavor or anything. There's regular beignets, but they're very good. I'm gonna try one of these donut holes now. This is just like a mess that I'm making right now. So, they are covered with powdered sugar and cocoa powder on the top. Very delicious. Cocoa powder is really good too. It's not like cocoa. You know what I mean? Like when you take a bite of like cooking chocolate or like cocoa, it's super dry and not sweet at all. This has the sugar in it and everything. Very delicious. Tastes just like straight chocolate. Like you're eating a chocolate donut. That's really good. There's not a lot to the inside of it though. Very airy. I think I like the donut holes better than the beignets just because of the chocolate. I wonder if they would put some chocolate on the beignets if you asked them. That would be delicious. So one thing that I didn't notice the last time that when I ate that first donut hole, because I just kind of like popped the whole thing in my mouth, is that there's a filling in there. I don't know what the filling is. It's not described anywhere. It's just like a little like a custard or something in there. It's very good. The donuts are very good. Beignets are good too, but the donuts are just better. Just passing by a couple of other booths. This one's Big Storm Brewing. And then as we get a little bit further down, oh man, we've got more food down here. Oh man, I'm getting so full. Busch Gardens out here trying to kill me with all the jalapenos. Smoked elk. Jalapeno sausage. Weird. Huh. I might have to get it just because it's elk. I don't know if I've had elk yet. This is what they're calling the High Altitude Smoked Elk Jalapeno Sausage Chili. And it comes with cheddar pub chips, cilantro sour cream, cotija cheese, and green onions. I'm pretty interested to try it. This will be another spicy thing that I'm having today. I don't know if I can handle another spicy thing. All right, let's try this. The sausage, the elk sausage chili. I'm just gonna get one of the elk sausages right off the bat here. A little bit of spice to it, I think. A little tiny bit. Compared to everything else that I've eaten today, no, this is Not spicy at all. But there is a little tiny bit of spice in there, so just be prepared if you order this. A little bit of spice. Elk doesn't really have that much of a flavor to it. Like, I feel like this would be a much more flavorful dish if it was a pork sausage. It's strange, but I think they kind of anticipate that you're gonna eat it because it's elk. The weird thing about it though is that it has this cotija cheese on it, and that cheese is kind of like a more crumbly cheese, like a grainy cheese, like a Parmesan or something like that. And so it gives it this weird, like, grainy texture to it that I don't think would be there if it didn't have the cheese on it. I mean, I probably wouldn't order it again, but it's not bad. It's fun to know that you, like, to be adventurous and to try something new. And so I'm glad that I tried it. Like, I'm glad that I tried this elk sausage. All right, I think I'm all fooded out for right now. I'm pretty darn full. So, it's the perfect time to go ride at least one roller coaster. So we're headed back towards where the roller coasters are. I think I want to get on Cheetah Hunt. I feel like that'll be a nice way to calm my stomach. We're back by the Sesame Street area of the park, and I think they're setting out Howl-O-Scream stuff, because this guy's got some creepy fingers on him. I don't think he has to do with Sesame Street. I've been watching Sesame Street. This isn't a character I recognize. Okay, I think I understand what they're doing here with this. They're trying to convince you that the scare is coming from the right, when really, they'll be jumping out from the left. We're over here by She-Ra. I don't know, I'm feeling Cheetah Hunt. We gotta go find Cheetah Hunt. So it seems like She-Ra is not running at the moment. But I did just notice that we have some sugar skulls out here for Howl-O-Scream. Something that I don't think you realize is how wide the track for She-Ra is. It's pretty intense. Ooh. So that's a fun noise. I wonder what that means. Over here by the Sky Ride, there's a cut through where we would be able to get to another part of the park, but it's closed off right now. And that's because this will probably be a Howl-O-Scream scare zone. You can see they've already got some sort of structure up in there to make like a tunnel with a canopy over it. So I'm wondering what this area will be. The tiger enclosure over here. We're looking around for the tiger, and then we look down. There they are. Hanging out in the water, staying cool. There's a sign over here that says Howl-O-Scream select nights starting September 10th through October 31st. And there's a little area over here with some Howl-O-Scream props. Okay, so this has to do with pirates, I'm assuming? Another pirate over here. And it looks like there's some props back here that are covered up. We can kind of see a treasure chest right there. I'm assuming that this is some sort of ghastly looking pirate. It doesn't look too bad. We can kind of see him through there, but they have him all covered up. Wonder why? Because that one's out in the open. So I sat down to look up the scare zones for Howl-O-Scream, and that first one that we went through where I was talking about how they'll scare you from the right, but they really come from the left, and it's these like cutouts back by Sesame Street Land. I think that one's going to be called In the Shadows. Eerie legends and horrifying myths passed down through centuries of ghost stories have gathered in the woods, turning wary skeptics into doomed believers. So I think that that's what those cutouts were like myths that were passed down from century to century, and then like you see the cutout and you're like, oh no, it's just a shadow, and then somebody comes out from the other side and it's like, that's the real monster. But as for this scare zone, this is a scare zone called Skeleton Crew. Rising from their watery grave, shipwrecked pirates seek to plunder the world of the living, taking all lost souls as their bounty. That's exciting. I wonder if they'll have like real people, like, not real people, you know, like actors in here that the pirates have locked up. It makes sense. Oh, Captain Lucky. I wonder why he's called Captain Lucky. Some more props in the Skeleton Crew scare zone, but I wanted to point out that these have little like clear sections. I bet that this will light up at night. I think it'll probably look really cool. I can't wait for Howl-O-Scream. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Coming up on some more Howl-O-Scream scare zone props. I think that this will be one called Deadly Toys. So you can see they've got some dolls here, some pumpkins, some little flowers over here. And then if we turn in this direction, this one specifically has something that says stuffing, like this box says stuffing on the side, you know, like the stuffing that would be inside of a toy or like a stuffed animal. And this is one that has been a scare zone in the past, but it hasn't been in this location. So we're over here by Sand Serpent and the Phoenix and Falcon's Fury. And these are the biggest clues that it is Twisted Toys. You can see a giant bear here, lots of little toys around in this particular prop. And then over here, we've got the train. OHC, I wonder what that means. I guess it's chew backwards. Like if you were saying choo choo. 1, 2, 3, chew. Something else I wanted to point out really quick while we're over here is, this is another spot for Beer Fest, is at Twisted Tales Pretzels, which is kind of like right here next to Falcon's Fury. They've just got all beers. Slightly mighty low calorie IPA. What? They do have one food item of the Twisted Mole Fury. Hand rolled dough and spicy chocolate sauce. Everything's spicy. Coming up on another Howl-O-Scream scare zone. And I think that this one will be called Little Nightmares. Take a creepy walk down memory lane to the bygone era of papier-mâché masks and homemade costumes, sure to stir up the nightmares of your childhood. So yeah, it's just like there will be actors at each one of these doors. Maybe they can open them up and jump out from behind them, or they can act like they're trick-or-treating and then turn around and come after you. All right, we're headed into another scare zone, and I believe that this one will be called The Shortcut. Cutting through a cemetery. Oh, there's a train. Cutting through the cemetery may seem like an easy way out, except when the corpses rise from the ground, only to drag you back into their graves with them. Oh no, Amy Dukes is coming for you. I wonder if these are people that helped design the area, or if these are just made up names. This is my favorite prop that we've seen all day. Just like a gigantic head. Some of these seem like they could be real, like Jodie Harper very likely could have been born in 1971 and died in 2011. Like that could be a real person. And the same thing with Richard Randy, 1965 to 1999. It's cool looking, and I bet it'll look even cooler at night. With a little gargoyle over there. And then there's also this church, this old abandoned looking church that I am almost certain will have some lighting inside of it with some scare actors either trying to push out through this door or coming out through this hole here. There's kind of a lot going on in there. There's some chairs, a coat rack. It's kind of interesting for just a prop. We just came upon another scare zone, and I wanted to give you a little bit of a backstory first. So there's a house that comes here very often, or it happens every year, called Deathwater Bayou. It's like a New Orleans style voodoo type house. But this year, it's called Deathwater Bayou Blood Moon, and it's werewolves that have been like taken over the bayou. And so this scare zone kind of ties in with that. This scare zone is called Voodoo, and the description says, driven out of the bayou by ravenous werewolves, the witch doctors now practice their dark magic on you as they pursue their twisted revenge through ancient curses. Ooh. Frightening. All kinds of neat looking voodoo type graffiti and masks. And then over here we've got some voodoo huts. Very like bayou type feel to them. And this looks like it's gonna be like a drink location or something. Huh. Very cool. Can't wait to see this stuff at night during Howl-O-Scream because it looks like it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, this is cool. Oh, like a giant voodoo doll. That is so creepy looking. There's a sign here that says, pardon our appearance. And it's so funny because there's literal like bird poop all over the sign. And you can kind of turn and see more and more bird poop everywhere because it is white ibis nesting season. Up there, you can see some of the babies up in the very tippy top of the tree. There's a mom feeding the babies. I don't know if you guys can see the babies. We can definitely see mama bird. All right, I think the last thing we're gonna do today is go on cheetah hunt. So I'm gonna pop the camera in a locker and put the GoPro on. So we went and we put our stuff in our locker and then came back. There's an inclement weather safety notice here. So the ride is down right now due to lightning being close. Not a cloud in the sky. Oh, stepped a little away from cheetah hunt. And yeah, I can see that storm right there. Storms a brewing. Looks like it'll be a short one after looking at the radar though, so we might stick around for another like 10-20 minutes and see if it opens back up. Coming up on another location of a house back here. This will be a house at Howl-O-Scream called Cell Block Zombies. Vicious crimes resurface from beyond the grave as death row zombies seek their own twisted form of justice in your flesh.
Operation of all attractions, outdoor shows, and play elements has been temporarily suspended due to inclement weather in the area.
Okay, inclement weather. While we're waiting for the inclement weather to subside, I just came over here to see these Serengeti Express shirts, which is the train that runs through Busch Gardens. But this one, who tooted? How much fun is that? I don't know why there's so many Serengeti Express. It's like so much Serengeti Express merch all of a sudden. There's like a little toy train down here. And there's a ton of shirts. Weird. But I really think this one's funny, the Who Tooted one. So this is kind of fun right here. They have walking trail routes around Busch Gardens. So like today, we did this one where we started over here, we went past the flamingos, and we went up to Zambia Smokehouse, by Tigris, past Jungala. Or did we? Yeah, we passed Tigris and Jungala, past Falcon's Fury, past the elephants, and then came back to where we were. So today, we walked a total of 1.24 miles, like 1.25 miles around Busch Gardens. But if you went the long way, 1.7 miles. So just know, this park is big. So be prepared to walk if you're coming to Busch Gardens. Good news, Cheetah Hunt is running, so we're gonna get to ride it. As we're heading back to Cheetah Hunt, I noticed that the cheetah is out and about. Kind of hanging out. Oh, there's a couple. There's another one laying down behind it back there. Ooh, good news everybody. Cheetah Hunt is back up and running. So let's head on in. I'm gonna switch over to the GoPro right now and we'll get some on-ride footage. Here we go. All right, you guys ready? Whoa! Whee!
Oh my god! Oh, here we go!
Whoa! Whoa! Whee! Whoa! Whoa! Whee! Whoa!
Oh my god!
Oh, okay, here we go. Whee! Whoa! 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 One more launch. Whoa! Whee! Whoa! Ah! Whoa! Such a fun little coaster. Whoa! There we are. That's the end of it. It was a good time.
That was about 3.5 minutes.
Man. Good times. I think I'm gonna get on Cobra's Curse next. Nice little roller coaster. It's kind of like an intermediate roller coaster. Not a kiddie coaster, but it's not a full size like looping coaster. It's a spinning coaster. It'll be fun. I like the way this elevator works. So we're gonna go get on that right now. So switching back over to the GoPro. I should also mention as a warning that this queue is filled with actual snakes. I guess we're not going through the snake part right now. I just went into an outside queue. I guess maybe I came through quick queue, so maybe that's not going through the snake section. Here we go. Oh no.
The darkness awakens.
The darkness.
My power.
see the giraffes out there. A lot of giraffes out there.
Unleash the curse upon these mortals now.
Oh no! Whoa! All right, you ready to start spinning?
I thought I was like,
Oh no, we're gonna spin now.
oh no. God, I don't like the whole backwards thing.
Whee! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, all around that one.
Oh, that's good. That's Montu. Here we go. A little bit of spinning. Whoa! Whee! Whoa! Whoa! We were distributed so good with this weight. Wow, we're doing good. This is awesome. Whoa! 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 Dang. Oh, so many sunglasses.
Also shades. What's your YouTube page?
Oh, the Tim tracker.
Tim?
Tim, yeah, the Tim tracker. So strange thing that just happened on Cobra's Curse is they didn't make me put anything in a locker. I had my camera, this camera with me, filmed it on the GoPro because I know that that's the rules. I thought that they would have said like, oh, put your camera over in this locker over here. But they didn't. I just held it in my hand the whole time. I have a waist pack on and they didn't tell me to take that off or anything either. So I don't know if you have to put stuff. I saw people with backpacks on the ride and stuff like that. An interesting little tidbit about Cobra's Curse that has never been the way it's been the last time that I came and rode it. You had to put your stuff in a locker. You couldn't bring bags on the ride. But it seems to have changed. So there you have it. That was our trip out to Busch Gardens to experience Beer Fest. Food was fantastic. I really enjoyed all of the food that we got. There was a lot of spicy stuff, which was interesting. And I think that that kind of goes hand in hand with beer. Like, just think of wings and beer. Like, everybody likes to get some spicy wings and have some beer. It makes sense. I will say I was very thirsty at the end of the day. And I don't know if that's because of the heat or if it was because of the spicy food and the food that we ate today. But I was like, I drank a lot of water today. I'm so glad that we got to get on the rides at the end of the day. Like, they went down for weather and then we almost left. Like, we were thinking about leaving and then they came back up and we're like, all right, good. Let's go do it. Let's go ride these rides. Got on Cheetah Hunt and on Cobra's Curse. Super fun time. Love both those roller coasters. Busch Gardens is a fantastic roller coaster park. Can't wait for Iron Gwazi to open. And it looks really fun. They've released a POV of it already. And I know that they've run trains on it and everything. It's ready to go. We're just waiting on it to open. So all in all, a fantastic day. Wanted to say thank you to Busch Gardens for inviting us out and providing a quick queue and a lanyard for us to do some tastings and to get on the rides real quick. Beer Fest is running every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through October 31st. Now, I don't know because that runs over with Howl-O-Scream time, and there's nothing on the website anywhere that I can find that defines if it's running during Howl-O-Scream. The only thing that I know is that Beer Fest is included with your day admission. So because Howl-O-Scream is a separately ticketed event, I think that Beer Fest tents and booths and things like that will be closed during Howl-O-Scream. But we will be back for Howl-O-Scream and we'll have a look around and we'll see if the Beer Fest tents are open. So thank you again to Busch Gardens for having us out. And with that being said, we are off and we'll see you all tomorrow. And now it's time to pay the price.